Hello everyone and thanks for listening. So this video is about McDonald's. Can you believe it? McDonald's? It's been around for decades and decades and decades. But McDonald's has an issue where they are facing a lawsuit from executives alleging racial discrimination. And so I was looking at this and I looked at the article and it was really sad to see this because I'm going to tell you, you know, I'm in my opinion, I believe something did go on. And let's just get into this article. So it says McDonald's faces lawsuit from executives alleging racial discrimination. This was published January 9th, 2020. And so by Amelia Lucas, and there's a lot of other articles that are behind this. Two senior McDonald's executives are suing the company for racial discrimination under the former CEO Easterbrook. The chain allegedly became overtly hostile to African Americans in both words and deeds. So the lawsuit claims that as a result, the discrimination in McDonald's fired and demoted the black executives' leadership and pushed them out of the black franchisee and lost African American customers as well in the process. And so McDonald's is facing a lawsuit from executives alleging that the chain fired African American leadership, pushed black franchisees out, and lost African American customers as part of the broader racial discrimination problem at the company. So two senior executives, Vicky Guster Hines and Dominica Neal, alleged that in the lawsuit filed in Illinois federal court Tuesday that they were subjected to racial discrimination in a hostile work environment and retaliation when they protested against the treatment. So the suit also names the former McDonald's CEO Steve Easterbrook, current CEO Chris Kempinski, and Charles Strong, former president of McDonald's U.S. Western Zone, as a co-defendant. Strong was promoted to chief field officer in December, and after McDonald's received the notice of the two women's claims, the lawsuit alleges. And so that's what happened. So Easterbrook became chief executive in 2015, replacing the company's first black CEO, Don Thompson. And so McDonald's board ousted Easterbrook in November because of the consensual relationship that he had with an employee in violation of the company's policies. So Kempinski, formerly the head of McDonald's U.S. division, was tapped as his successor. So in his new role as CEO, he is trying to apply the company's core values more evenly across its entire system, according to the message obtained by CNBC. So the lawsuit alleges that under Easterbrook and Kempinski, the company became overtly hostile to African Americans in both words and deeds. So the work environment was very difficult under these two guys, and so a lot of stuff was going on that caused these people to have a hostile work environment. So McDonald's said that in a statement that it disagrees with the complaint's characterization, but it currently is reviewing it and will respond accordingly. So at McDonald's, our actions are rooted in our belief that a diverse, vibrant, inclusive, and respectful company makes us stronger. So the company said this in a statement. So in the U.S., in particular, almost half of our corporate officers are people of color. So an increase of nearly 10% from 2013, and all 10 of the U.S. field vice presidents are people of color. But between 2014 and 2019, McDonald's fired 30 black officers and demoted 5 black officers, including the 2 plaintiffs, according to the lawsuit that was stated. So the chain began a corporate reconstruction in 2018, reducing the number of officers level positions across the company. So a person familiar with the matter said that the decrease in the number of African American officers was proportional to that of all officers over the last several years. The lawsuit alleges that in April 2019, at a meeting requested by the senior African American executives to discuss the lack of representation in upper management, Kempinski said that the numbers of African Americans don't matter. Guster, Hines, Neal, and other black female leaders were labeled angry black women in an attempt to silence and shame them, according to the lawsuit. So Business Insider reported that in December that McDonald's black franchisees are departing the chain as a cash flow disparity between them and their white counterparts grows wider. Nearly 1 out of 3 black franchisees left McDonald's since Easterbrook became CEO, which the lawsuit alleges is disproportionate to overall franchisee systems. So African American franchisees were disparately strong-armed, driving them out of the system in record numbers and damaging them by loss of equity in their business, and the lawsuit claims this. And so the suit also claims that the company stopped advertising to African American customers as well, leading those customers to stop frequenting the restaurants. Black customers historically accounted for about 1/5 of the McDonald's U.S. revenue, but that number has dropped to 14% in 2019, according to the lawsuit. So the March 2019 McDonald's launched a Black and Positively Golden, its largest marketing campaign aimed at black consumers in 16 years. And so that's pretty much the article. That's what I thought. And so it's just really crazy, but I saw this earlier and I said I was going to make a video about it because I was like, McDonald's involved in a racial discrimination lawsuit? Wow, who would have thought? But anyway, this is true and this is what happens. And so I did mention this like oodles and oodles ago that there are some places of business or places of employment where black people face discrimination on a daily basis, on a regular basis. And this is but one of many. And so what do you think about this? It's just really crazy, but I'm not surprised. I'm not really taken back by this. And, you know, the only thing I can say is McDonald's, they have changed their menu, but it's not the most healthiest food to eat. But in terms of the people that are working there, I know I read another article. They were saying that they had fired a lot of black employees because they felt like there were too many black employees. And it was in a place where it was pretty rural. And that probably was the only jobs that they can actually get at that area or where they were living. And so I'm not surprised by any of this in no way, shape, or form. But wow, it just, to have this as on really wide news, outlets shows you the times that we're living in. It, like, a lot has not completely changed. It's just new people doing it and they have different ways of doing it. And so with having said that, I'm going to let this video go. Be careful where you work. Keep your eyes open, your ears open. And just know that if you feel that you're going through any of these things, know in your gut that something's not right, then it probably isn't. Thanks for listening.